Welcome to the channel, guys. My name is Jess. So Bitcoin has continued to struggle against 91k resistance over the weekend, leading to the loss of a major 2-week long uptrend. We're going to dive into the short time frame charts today to talk about the potential for a correction here and the relevant levels of support, as well as developing structures on the short time frame that also suggest that this period of chop is actually accumulation and leading to a breakout with targets set between $97,000 and $100,000. Before we get into all that though, make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe to the channel to get regular Bitcoin analysis every Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. If you're after even more content, be sure to check out my free Telegram channel, and if you're interested in my VIP channel, you can get more details over here. VIP gives you exclusive access to my personal trading setups with exact entry points, targets, and stop losses. Alright guys, so jumping right ahead into our hourly chart over here, let's quickly talk about what on earth has happened with Bitcoin in the last couple of days and over the weekend that has led to the loss of that major 2-week long structure. So over here we can see over the last 2 or 3 days, Bitcoin has been shopping within this range with resistance, our key short time frame resistance being $92,000, right? We can see 1, 2, 3 rejections there off that range of resistance, and with our range high being the current all-time high, as we're sort of in that price discovery segment of price action at 93,375. Now, over the last 2 weeks, we've experienced exceptionally bullish price action from Bitcoin, leading to the development of a 2-week long major uptrending structure that started all the way back on Tuesday, the 5th of November, with 3 points of validation. So over the weekend, after that third rejection there from $92,000, this one over here, we ended up losing our 2-week long uptrend and dropping below this short time frame horizontal range of support here at $89,000. Now, that support drop was actually quite interesting because we ended up going on to find support much earlier on than anticipated by the horizontal levels alone. So we went on to bounce at $88,000, and as you can see, the price action has really quickly recovered, and it looks like we are, trying to go in for another retest of resistance over here. So there's a lot going on in the short time frame structures. A lot has developed over the last 2 days. So let's dive into the video and talk about those structures, the key new relevant levels, and the key targets we have in breaking out of this 92k level. Before we get into the rest of the video, guys, let's hear a quick word from our sponsor, BTC. We can get 15% off all of your trading fees and up to $5,500 in sign-up rewards when you create your free account using the link down in my description box. BTC is an emerging cryptocurrency exchange committed to providing you with a secure, convenient, and highly functional trading and investment platform. Available across all countries as a non-KYC exchange, get global access to over 150 trading pairs with minimal fees on both spot and futures contracts. Join today to get $5,500 in sign-up rewards and get 15% off all of your trading fees by signing up using the link in my bio or by using the code 1GG3 when you create your account. Okay guys, so diving into the analysis segment part of the video, we're still on an hourly time frame over here. Even though on the weekend our, that key major structural uptrend was lost, the relevant trading range remains the same. And that is the first, relevant structure that we have here on this hourly chart, being our horizontal channel. We have our range high at 93,375 being the all-time high, and our range low at 85,160. So those, while they haven't been invalidated as of yet, remain our key bullish and bearish triggers. If we get a candle close above 93.375, we can expect a re-entry into price discovery, being quite volatile and aggressively bullish price action as Bitcoin rallies past that, final level of resistance. And then below 85.160, we can expect a bearish continuation, likely to fill this volume gap that we've developed here and moving into the next liquidity pocket or support zone at $82.5 to $81.5 thousand. Now, while we remain within this horizontal chop zone, the likelihood, without further analysis, of both scenarios, either the upside and downside scenario, remain quite equal, right? There is a possibility here, while we just hover within the chop zone, that we see a move to 93,300 or to retest 92k, that short time frame range of resistance here, and see a rejection. Or there is also a possibility that we see a breakdown here that takes us to, first of all, test support at 86,000 and potentially test sell-side liquidity at 85.160. If we take a look at the RSI as well, we can see that over the last couple of days, we have been decreasing in bullish momentum. So even though the buyers have been stepping in to form these higher highs here on the price action, and we're seeing, let's pull that up, and we're seeing bullish absorption here, right? There is still a potential that while we travel within that downtrend and continue to lose momentum, that we end up exhausting and moving towards the downside of our structure. So if your major concern was the high time frame trajectory for Bitcoin there, that's really all you would need to know, right? You wouldn't be too concerned about the potential chop within this range and a potential move down to $85,000, because while we remain above 85,160, the bullish validations that we have here still remain intact. So there's still a possibility that we bounce on support, because support is support until it's not, and then we go on to retest that range high. Now, when the breakout there of that range high here at 93,375, the measured move is the height of our channel of consolidation, which takes Bitcoin all the way up to 101,000. Let's just quickly draw in a horizontal ray there. 101,500, which is a huge bullish move, right? That would be a move of about 10%. 8.7%. Okay, and so in terms of high time frame trajectory, that's really all you need to know. This is the key invalidation point for your bullish case scenario, and this is the key trigger point for bullish continuation. Moving on to the second structure that we have developing here on the hourly chart. This one is more indicative of shorter time frame price action and probabilities of a low side correction and retest as opposed to an upside retest. So if we take a look at the more recent price action that's been happening within this relevant trading range over here, we can see that as the buyers have stepped in throughout the last 3, 4, 5 days, we have been able to form a short time frame uptrend over here, and that has led and was validated by that weekend price action where we bounced upon the loss of that level of support there, right? So if we take a look at our uptrend, it starts here at the range low 85,160 and has currently 2 points of confluence, right? 1, 2, and then we had, an almost retest, but I wouldn't exactly say that's a point of confluence, right? Just because we didn't exactly touch the trend line, but still it maps out the sort of, pattern of behavior that we are exhibiting from the buyers. Now, this is happening against our horizontal level of resistance over here, right? So we have a potential pattern formation happening here on the short time frame, being an ascending triangle, which again is a bullish structure, with the key validation point, of course, being our short time frame uptrend. So first of all, before we talk about the bearish case scenario and the invalidations for it, let's talk about the measured move now of this new short time frame structure here. So the key resistance is 92,000. Breaking above that, the measured move is the height of the triangle here, which then goes on to take Bitcoin to $97,000 in breaking above, obviously, this final level of resistance here at 93K. So if we end up getting a successful breakout here and we continue to validate this uptrend over the next couple of days, right, the apex of which is all the way here on the 20th of November. So in 2 days' time, if we continue to validate that structure and we manage to break above this level of resistance, that is the measured move target there. So it's a little bit more conservative than 101, but if we don't see another retest of that range low at 85K, we haven't really formed a horizontal channel just yet. So that one is a more, high time frame target, I would say. And this one is a shorter time frame target validated by this shorter time frame structure. Now, if we talk about bearish invalidations, it's very similar to that 2-week-long uptrend. If we end up falling below this lower level of support over here at 89,000 and closing below sell-side liquidity at 88,000, we have invalidated the structure, as well as that sort of pattern formation of forming higher lows. If we do that, the next level of support ends at 88, and then we can very likely then expect a retest of 86,000 and as well that lower sell-side liquidity if we fall into this volume gap. Once again, though, this RSI trend line is going to be one of the most important things to be watching out for as the price action continues to develop. Breaking above this RSI downtrend here on the hourly chart, so closing a candle with the RSI above that trend line is going to be the first indication that we approach this level of resistance here with stronger momentum or stronger bullish strength than we have seen over the last couple of days, right? Giving us a high probability of breaking up and retesting at $93,000. Until we see that, there is a very high potential that we continue to chop within that sort of range and then losing the uptrend, then moving down towards a retest of our range low support. Alrighty guys, that is all the analysis that I have for you today. If you enjoyed the video or you learned something, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. If you're after even more content, be sure to check out my free Telegram for daily updates as well as crypto and economic news. And if you're interested in my VIP channel, you can get more details over here. VIP gives you exclusive access to my personal trading setups with exact entry points, targets, and stop losses. And if you are a trader, don't forget to sign up down below to BitUnext to get 15% off all of your trading fees. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye!